Shalom. This is part 3, Sermon on the Mount and the Beatitudes. Part 2 was the blessings, and this is part 3, the curses, which can be found in Deuteronomy 28, starting with verse 15. If, however, you do not obey YEHOVAH your Elohim by carefully following all of his commandments and statutes I am giving you today, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. You will be cursed in the city and cursed in the country. Your basket and kneading bowl will be cursed. The fruit of your womb will be cursed, as well as the produce of your land, the calves of your herds, and the lambs of your flocks. You will be cursed when you come in and cursed when you go out. YEHOVAH will send curses upon you, confusion and reproof in all to which you put your hand, until you are destroyed and quickly perish because of the wickedness you have committed in forsaking him. I just want to point out wickedness equals forsaking him. YEHOVAH will make the plague cling to you until he has exterminated you from the land that you are entering to possess. YEHOVAH will strike you with a wasting disease, with fever and inflammation, a scorching heat and drought, and with blight and mildew. These will pursue you until you perish. The sky over your head will be bronze, the earth beneath you iron. YEHOVAH will turn the rain of your land into dust and powder. It will descend on you from the sky until you are destroyed. YEHOVAH will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You will march out against them in one direction, but flee from them in 7. You will be an object of horror to all the kingdoms of the earth. Your corpse will be food for all the birds of the air and the beasts of the earth, with no one to scare them away. YEHOVAH will afflict you with the boils of Egypt, with tumors and scabs, and itch from which you cannot be cured. YEHOVAH will afflict you with madness, blindness, and confusion of mind. And at noon you will grope like a blind man in the darkness. You will not prosper in your ways. Day after day you will be oppressed and plundered, with no one to save you. You will be pledged in marriage to a woman, but another man will violate her. You will build a house, but will not live in it. You will plant a vineyard, but will not enjoy its fruit. Your ox will be slaughtered before your eyes, but you will not eat any of it. Your donkey will be taken away and not returned to you. Your flock will be given to your enemies, and no one will save you. Your sons and your daughters will be given to another nation, while your eyes grow weary looking for them day after day, with no power in your hand. A people you do not know will eat the produce of your land and of all your toil. All of your days you will be oppressed and crushed. You will be driven mad by the sights that you see. YEHOVAH will afflict you with painful, incurable boils on your knees and thighs, from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. YEHOVAH will bring you and the king you appoint to the nation neither you nor your fathers have known, and there you will worship other gods, gods of wood and stone. You will become an object of horror, scorn, and ridicule among the nations which YEHOVAH will drive you. You will sow much seed in the field, but harvest little, because the locust will consume it. You will plant and cultivate vineyards, but will neither drink the wine nor gather the grapes, because worms will eat them. You will have olive trees throughout your territory, but you will never anoint yourself with oil, because the olives will drop off. You will father sons and daughters, but they will not remain yours, because they will go into captivity. Swarms of locusts will consume all of your trees and the produce of your land. The foreigner living among you will rise high higher and higher above you, while you sink down lower and lower. He will lend to you, but you will not lend to him. He will be the head, and you will be the tail. All these curses will come upon you. They will pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed, since you did not obey YEHOVAH your Elohim and keep the commandments and statutes he gave you. These curses will be a sign and a wonder upon you and your descendants forever, because you did not serve YEHOVAH your Elohim with joy and gladness in your heart in all of your abundance. You will serve the enemies of YEHOVAH. You will serve your enemies YEHOVAH will send against you in famine, thirst, nakedness, and destitution. He will place an iron yoke on your neck until he has destroyed you. YEHOVAH will bring a nation from afar, from the ends of the earth, to swoop down upon you like an eagle. A nation whose language you do not understand, a ruthless nation with no respect for the old and no pity for the young. They will eat the offspring of your livestock and the produce of your land until you are destroyed. They will leave you no grain, or new wine, or oil, no calves of your herds, or lambs of your flocks, until they have caused you to perish. They will besiege all the cities throughout your land, until the high and fortified walls in which you trust have fallen. They will besiege all your cities throughout the land that YEHOVAH your Elohim has given you. Then you will eat the fruit of your womb, the flesh of the sons and daughters whom YEHOVAH your Elohim has given you, in the siege and distress that your enemy will afflict on you. The most gentle and refined man among you will begrudge his brother the wife he embraces, and the rest of his children who have survived. Refusing to share with them any of the flesh of his children, he will eat, because he has nothing left in the siege and distress that your enemy will inflict on you within all of your gates. The most gentle and refined woman among you, so gentle and refined she would not venture to set the sole of her foot on the ground, will begrudge the husband she embraces, and her son and daughter, the afterbirth that comes from between her legs, and the child she bears, because she will secretly eat them, for the lack of anything else in the siege and distress that your enemy will inflict on you within your gates. If you are not careful to observe all the words of this law, which are written in this book, that you may fear his glorious and awesome name, YEHOVAH your Elohim, he will bring upon you and your descendants extraordinary disasters, severe and lasting plagues, a terrible and chronic sickness. He will afflict you again with all the diseases you dread in Egypt, and they will cling to you. YEHOVAH will bring upon you every sickness and plague not recorded in this book of the law until you are destroyed. You who were as numerous as the stars in the sky will be left few in number, because you would not obey the voice of YEHOVAH your Elohim. Just as it pleased YEHOVAH to make you prosper and multiply, so also will it please him to annihilate you and destroy you. And you will be uprooted from the land that you are entering to possess. Then YEHOVAH will scatter you among the nations, from one end of the earth to the other, and there you will worship other gods, gods of wood and stone, which neither you nor your fathers have known. Among these nations you will find no repose, not even a resting place for the sole of your foot. For YEHOVAH will give you a trembling heart, failing eyes, and a despairing soul. So your life will hang in doubt before you, and you will be afraid night and day. never certain of survival. In the morning you will say, if only it were evening. And in the evening you will say, if only it were morning, because of the dread in your hearts of the terrifying sights that you will see. YEHOVAH will return you to Egypt in ships by route that I said you should never see again. There you will sell yourselves to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. So that is the long list of curses. So as I was reading those and doing my PowerPoint, I highlighted some of the things in pink that I have been noticing that is actually going on today. So one must ask YEHOVAH to show what is happening in the U.S. and the world, knowing that what the Creator said will happen if one is obedient or if one is disobedient. This nation has had many things happen in the list of curses, and many are unfolding as I make this video. If one goes back and looks at the items which I highlighted and pay attention to the news stories that are being reported, it is not difficult to come to a conclusion that we are living in a disobedient nation. We are facing the curses that the Creator is allowing because of this nation's disobedience. People will blame Him and curse Him. That's in Revelation 16:11. He is a loving and merciful Elohim, and He has warned us and warned us. It states that in Revelation 2:21. And people, they will do what they want to do. And they are not His. Their father is the devil. So, just a reminder, the Bible is not for everyone. It is for those that are truly seeking Him in the truth. Many will not submit to Him and come out of the world. They will not come out of their false religions and traditions that rebel against what His word states. They literally go against the commandments. It is easy to say that YEHOVAH would not do this or allow this, but He is not a man that He would lie. He has given us the information and then sent His beloved Son to show us how to live in His ways. And Yeshua warned us many, many times, do not be deceived. YEHOVAH said that His people perish for the lack of knowledge. That's in Hosea. But if you continue to read that verse, the knowledge He's talking about is His laws. Also, one can blame everyone else except for himself. We have been desensitized to sin. We allow it in our homes and in our lives in many ways, and we think nothing of it. We have been far removed from this information, even though it is in many of people's homes, on their bookshelves, nightstands, side tables, and desks. Many have listened to the lies of the enemy and the wolves in sheep's clothing. YEHOVAH commands us to follow His laws, and He gave us, these are the blessings for obedience, these are the curses for disobedience. And Yeshua reiterates those things. And with all the cattle death and the chickens dying and the turkeys being all being exterminated, for lack of a better word, with the bird flu, there's human trafficking. The farmers are not able to grow their food because of the cost of diesel and fertilizer. There's droughts. The Colorado River is drying up. The Great Salt Lake, Lake Mead, Lake Powell drying up. We have hurricanes. On the East Coast, we have floods. On the East Coast and the Midwest, people can't plant their fields. We have fires. We have, food distribution centers, like 97, almost 100 in the last couple of months. Well, maybe in the last year, but many of them happened just in the last couple of months. It's like the curses are upon us, and We need to repent now and make sure that we are living according to YEHOVAH's